Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Smita Sakote. On a mission, Mission Beauty Sundarmi Honarats. In next 3 years, I would like to make 1 lakh women beautiful. So in this series, we have come up with wonderful interview series from the dermatologists all over India and across the borders as well. So today, we are unfolding one of the very common problem which each one of us have gone through, which is that yes, it is basically the problem of hair loss. So if you ask any woman, do you have hair loss? Definitely she will say yes. And due to this COVID or corona, many people are now facing the hair loss. So today is a very hot topic of discussion and don't miss it. Listen till the end because we are going to discuss about post-COVID hair loss. So each one of the family member, at least one member must have gone through this. So if you want all the scientific answers, we have Dr. Aditi Thite joining us from Akluz. And let me introduce Dr. Aditi. Dr. Aditi has done her schooling in Sangli and after that in Krishna Institute of Medical Sciences from Karad, she did her MBBS. And after that, in Navi Mumbai, in Terna Medical College, she did her post-graduation. And let me tell you, she's a mother of 2, though she doesn't look like one. And she's been practicing dermatology since last 9 years. Her special field of interest is aesthetic dermatology and dermatosurgery. So here we present to you Dr. Aditi Thite from Akluz. Welcome to our platform, Dr. Aditi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for nice introduction. And hello, everyone.
Great. Let me also tell you, Aditi is not only a dermatologist, but she is a classical Bharatanatyam dancer. So isn't that magnificent? So let's begin with the discussion, Dr. Aditi. My
Yes,
first question to you, many women have this question, does COVID cause hair loss?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, COVID can cause hair loss because if we see after the second wave, there are increasing number of cases in hair loss in our OPD. And if we take the history of the patient, we can definitely say that post-COVID hair loss problem is very common nowadays. So definitely, COVID is the main cause of hair loss nowadays.
Primarily, COVID is not only involving the lungs, it is becoming a multisystemic disorder.
Yes.
So if their health is spoiled, obviously the general condition of the health when it goes down, hair is not important to us, isn't it? So that's the reason the whole blood supply is taken for the important organs and after COVID you tend to see hair loss. Now why
Yes.
does it happen, Dr. Aditi?
As you said, ma'am, COVID is a multi-organ disorder. So the inflammation takes place in so many organs. So likewise, there is inflammation in lungs. Likewise, there is inflammation in hair follicles also. But as you said that the hair is not that much important for our body. So the blood supply or our immunity, everything goes towards the lungs and other vital organs. So there is a negligence of the hair follicles. So inflammation is one of the main reason for the post-COVID hair loss. Along with that, the infection itself, any infection in our body causes a stress to our body. So stress is the main cause of our hair loss. So likewise, COVID is the stress to our body because it takes 14 to 21 days of inflammation and infection in our body. So that viral infection is the cause for stress and stress is the cause for hair loss. Along with that, there is one more point like nutrients. In COVID patient, there is a depletion of many important nutrients like vitamin B12 depletion is there. Along with that, calcium, hemoglobin, which are the very important factors for our hair growth and hair health. So that is the lack of that nutrients or deficiency of that vitamins is also causes post-COVID hair loss. So these are the reasons for post-COVID hair loss, ma'am.
And whenever we have any kind of viral infection or any infection, we have loss of appetite. You don't feel like eating anything, isn't it?
Yes.
So
And
that
even in
also
yes, and even in COVID, there is a main symptom that patient doesn't smell or taste is gone. So that is the reason for less intake of food. And that is the reason for deficiencies of nutrients also.
And when it comes to Indian aroma of foods,
Yes.
sometimes even if you smell, you feel like eating it. But
Yes.
these people have lost the smell, and
No,
the taste
smell.
also is they're not enjoying the taste of it. So obviously, food is one such factor. Even if the moment you say pani puri, you feel
Yeah.
mouth watering. Whenever you say pav bhaji, it's mouth watering. So the smell, the taste buds, and all these things are very important when it comes to food. And this is loss itself. So that primarily the patient refuses to take the food, and that also can be the causative factor. Now, when do they notice, Dr. Aditi, this hair loss? Does it happen immediately in COVID or post COVID? When do they expect to have this hair loss?
Actually, the any infection or any inflammation which damages the hair follicle or impact on the hair follicle, that doesn't we doesn't notice the hair fall immediately. It takes almost 2 to 3 months to notice the accessible amount of the hair loss. So the signs and symptoms of hair loss we notice after post COVID. It takes 2 to 3 months to see the hair loss, not immediately. The patient recover from COVID, he's all right, and then after 2 to 3 months, he's complaining of excessive amount of hair loss. So it usually not immediate post COVID or not in the COVID infection itself. It takes some time, some months.
Yes, many a times patients say, Madam, COVID has happened 3 months back,
Yes.
4 months back, and now why am I noticing it? Yes.
Yes.
So it is usually after the 3 months. Yes.
Yes.
How much hair loss is normal? Is the next-
Yeah, actually, we dermatologists say that this 50 to 100 strands of hair shedding per day is we considered as a normal, because normal human being, we have a phase of hair cycle. And in this hair cycle, there are some hairs are in growing phase, some hairs are in resting phase, and some hairs are in shedding phase, that is called as a telogen phase. So basically the telogen phase is a normal. So 50 to 100 hair strands, if we see that we get the hair loss of 100 strands of the hair per day, it is also considered normal. So don't be panic if you see the 50 to 100 strands. But if it is a more than that, more than 100 or more than 200 strands you are shedding per day, then it is something like a hair loss.
In your clinic, have you experienced, Dr. Aditi, that people bring a bag of hair, which is,
Yes, ma'am.
and they show it to you?
Yes.
How do you
Usually
react?
that
How do you
happens
explain?
because patient feel that doctor doesn't understood the magnitude of their problem, so they come with a bag full of hairs, and they collect their daily hairs, hair strands, shedding hairs, and they show to us like that much amount of hair loss per day they are having.
So
Yes,
many
ma'am,
a
it is very
times
common.
they really need an emotional consoling factor.
Yes.
But don't worry, your hair is going to come back. The main
Yes.
fear that many patients they say, Doctor, what if I lose all my hair? What will happen? How will
Yeah.
I look? I mean, that fear is so strong in them. But
Yes.
on the open platform, I think so. Both of us, let's assure the patients that how much ever hair loss they have, they will not
Yeah.
go bald like a man.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is the greatest assurance probably we are giving on this open platform. So don't
Yeah.
ever worry, please, all the women out there on Mission Beauty, that you are never going to go bald. The new hairs will come up there. Okay. Is there any diet you would recommend? Because see, these are the women who would like to, know what diet should I take, doctor, so that I have good and thick and healthy hair. They keep on telling me, Madam, you have gray hair, but still you have thick hair. So what do you eat? So please highlight on that so that it will be very easy for me. I need not answer them.
Yeah, so basically the hair required lots of nutrients. If your body is having full of nutrients, vitamins, then your hair health is also very nice. So as we know that our hairs are made up of proteins. Keratin is the main protein in our hairs. So protein rich diet is very important for your hair health. So along with that protein, some vitamins like vitamin B12 or vitamin B complex, that is a B complex group. Out of that, biotin is very important for our hairs. So some micronutrients like zinc, selenium, copper, these are also important for our hair growth and maintaining the well hairs. So I like to say that the diet is not full of any one nutrient, but it should be a balanced diet. Whatever you are eating, it should be proper protein intake is there, proper amino acid. That means amino acid rich protein should be there in your diet. Then vitamin B12 should be there. That is present in some of the non-vegetarian and some dairy products. So definitely you should include the dairy products in your diet. Then B complex vitamin should be in your diet. That for that you have to include the green leafy vegetables, fresh fruits. So all micronutrients should be in your diet. So I like to tell that whatever diet you are taking, it should be a balanced diet. Whether you are vegetarian, non-vegetarian, see that all the nutrients should be in proper amount you are taking. So that is the main reason for the hair health. So take the diet, balanced diet every day. And water intake is also important. 8 to 10 glasses of water is very important for maintaining the skin health as well as your hair health.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Basically, as Dr. Aditi has mentioned, green leafy vegetables,
Yes.
and you can eat protein in your diet, B complex in your diet, iron rich food, water, all these are equally important. And definitely, people who are vegetarian, pure vegetarian, eat less amount of protein. So they really need to be very cautious when they eat protein. So they can eat sprouts, they can eat dal, they can eat paneer, they can eat tofu. So all these food products they can use, definitely.
Yes, ma'am. One point I want to share. Along with all these proteins and all these things, the calcium is also important for our hair. And calcium, along with calcium, vitamin D is also important. So many of the Indian ladies, they are deficient of vitamin D because vitamin D is not present in sufficient amount in our food. So we have to take the morning sunlight, so which is very necessary for our hair health. So people don't know the importance of sunlight. So if you are taking the dairy products in proper amount, you are taking very good amount of calcium. But if you are deficient in vitamin D, so there is no use of calcium for your cells. Your cells cannot take that calcium which is present in your blood. So vitamin D is very important along with the calcium. So never this sunlight, whatever the morning sunlight is very important for our women's health. So daily take the sunlight.
So if you want good, lustrous, healthy, strong hair, very important tip which Dr. Aditi has told, go for a morning walk in the sunlight. Or just enjoy a good sun bath in the morning. Don't worry about the tanning. Some amount of vitamin D will be synthesized, which will make your bones strong, which will make your hairs also strong. So this free of cost available in India. So enjoy that morning sunlight.
Yes.
Great. This is a wonderful tip. Probably, this would be the highlight of the day for today. Yes. Women are very fond of kitchen. So is there something secrets in the kitchen which you can delve into so that they can prevent this hair loss? So what are the home care remedies you would suggest?
Actually, the women very well knows because nowadays there are YouTubes and Google and online platforms are there. They are suggesting so many home remedies. So I like to say that all these home remedies, whatever present in our kitchen, that is you can see in the YouTube, that is a tip for your hair health and hair growth. So the results of these home remedies are differ from patient to patient. Some are using the onion juice, some are using the lemon juice for dandruff or all other problems of the hair. Some are using curd, yogurt, the egg yolk. So there are so many things in your kitchen which are used for hair growth or hair nourishment. But these home remedies are, the results are differ from patient to patient. So should not use that home remedies as it is. First of all, I want to tell you that whenever you are using that home remedies, please beware of that whatever you are using, what it contain and what it affect to your hairs. So don't use blindly all these home remedies.
Yes. So any strong irritant be very careful, because sometimes you will have an allergic dermatitis. So something very strong, as a dermatologist, probably we say don't go for it.
Yeah.
A mild thing like a curd and these things, which are not to harm, aloe vera. So these are not going to harm you. And the best, simplest home remedy is ask your mother to give a good chumpy, that is
Yes.
hair massage. That is the best, simplest home remedy, which is going to really improve your blood supply. Whether you apply oil, you don't apply oil, just
Yes.
give a good massage from your mother and have a hearty conversation with your mother. That is going to really relieve you from stress, and also is going to improve your vascularity, and that's how you
Yes,
have
yes.
a good quality hair.
Good
Do you
luster,
agree with me,
yes.
Aditi?
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. Because patients are asking that please suggest the hair oil, which is for our hair growth and for lustrous hairs. So as ma'am says that the hair oil massage is very much important for increasing the blood circulation in your hair follicle. So there is nothing, any nourishment in the hair oil, but it is just that massage relieves your stress, because stress is one of the factor for hair loss. So to relieve the stress, you can take a good massage of hairs with a good hair oil.
The next question is, suppose a lady has a hair loss after COVID. Does she need to see a dermatologist? When should she go and see a dermatologist is the next question.
Yeah, as I said, 50 to 100 strands of hair shedding is very normal. So don't be a panic if you are shedding 100 hairs. If your hair amount is more than 100, and if it is in between 200 or 300, it is called as a mild to moderate hair loss. So as we said, there are some home remedies are there. So you can use that home remedies to stop your hair loss. Take proper diet, proper rest, relieve your stress. So if these factors doesn't improve your hair loss, then only you go to the dermatologist. You see your own dermatologist. And if there is a severe hair loss, like more than 300 to 500 hairs you are shedding per day, then don't use any home remedies. Immediately go to your dermatologist and take their consultation. So for severe hair loss, don't wait. Take a proper treatment, and don't use or don't trust any home remedies for severe hair loss.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
the more late people come to us, the
Yes.
more difficult for us it would be to, really
Yeah.
give a quality treatment. Yes. We have definitely dealt with the question of massage and oils. Now let's move on. What is the role of a dermatologist? What kind of treatment do they expect? Suppose if I go to a dermatologist with my post-COVID hair loss. So what are the different type of treatments that a doctor would suggest me?
So first of all, doctor take a proper history, whether your hair loss is post-COVID or anything other factors are there behind your hair loss. Like there are some genetic factors. Some females are that is female pattern androgenetic alopecia is there along with the post-COVID hair loss. So basically post-COVID hair loss is a telogen effluvium. That means there are more number of hairs are in shedding phase. So that is a temporary phase that will relieve on its own. But there is a severe hair loss. So you have to take the treatment. So doctor, first of all, take the proper history of your hair loss. If they find some other factors like genetic factor, some nutrient depletion in your diet, so accordingly they plan your treatment. So treatment is not same for all the patients. If there are any causative factor, any other causative factor behind your hair loss, these factors are also treated along with your telogen effluvium. So as a dermatologist, we first recommend the biotin therapy for the patient. That means supplement, biotin supplement, calcium supplement. We done the CBC, that is a complete blood count, then ferritin level, calcium level. And if we find that patient is deficient in calcium, hemoglobin or vitamin D, then we also give the supplement of that tablets to the patient. Along with that, to stop the telogen effluvium or to increase the hair density, sometimes we are using minoxidil solutions for the patients. So minoxidil solutions are available in different concentrations like 2%, 5%. So depend on the hair loss and depends on the history of patient. We can use that also along with the dietary supplement. And sometimes the patient is having frizzy hairs, lusterless hairs. So some hair serums or some Procapil-like serums are also suggested for their hair nourishment. So treatment plan is basically different for each patient. It is depends on the severity of your hair loss, how much severe your hair loss is. Along with that, what are the causative factors behind your hair loss apart from COVID? So that all things are taken into consideration while giving you a prescription.
Wonderful. So basically, we want to know what is the reason that is causing it. Is it nutritional deficiency or is it some other cause? So accordingly, we correct as to what is the problem. We just target to the problem, and that's how we will see to it that that will be improved, and that's how the hair loss will come under control.
Yeah.
Apart from that, Dr. Aditi, is there any procedures that can be conducted when it comes to hair loss?
Actually, the post-COVID hair loss that, as I said, it is a telogen effluvium. It is a temporary phase. So you will get your hair back after some months. So this supplements and minoxidil combination is sufficient. But sometimes patient is having some other factors along with the COVID. That means the androgenetic factor is there. Some nutritional factors are there. Then with this medicine treatment, we have some therapies like platelet-rich plasma therapy is there, derma roller therapy is there, some laser therapies are there, laser helmet and all these things to increase the blood circulation of your hair follicles. So there are some procedures are available in your clinic, in your with your dermatologist that improve your hair health. Like PRP is nowadays a very famous treatment in which your own blood is taken out and the platelet-rich plasma is separated, and that injections are given to your scalp. So that also increases your hair density and it releases your decreases your hair problem. Yes,
wonderful. So one is we give medicines, second is laser cap therapy, third is derma, and fourth is PRP.
PRP.
Your dermatologist is the best person to help you out as to what are the reasons for it and what are the type of treatment selection.
Yes.
The next question patient says, okay doctor, I am undergoing all this treatment. How long will my hair take to recover? When will I get my hair back? When will I have that quality thick hair? Is the next question.
Yeah, many a times patient need immediate result. They taken the treatment for weeks or two and they phone us that doctor, our hair loss is not improving. So remember that it takes almost 1 to 2 months to see the some amount of decreasing your hair loss. So continuously, if you are using your treatment for 1 to 2 months, then only you will notice some amount of improvement. So immediately, you don't expect any improvement in your hair because it is not like a tablet for headache or tablet for fever that gives an immediate result. It is your hair problem. So it takes some months, like 2 to 3 months to see a noticeable amount of result. So please be patient. Don't be in hurry for hair treatment. Definitely you will improve your health if you are stick to your treatment regime properly.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It takes 3 months for the hair loss. The same way, it takes 3
Yes.
months
To recover.
At least whenever in my clinic, I always tell them, wait for 3 months. Don't talk
Yes.
to me before that. So give
Yes.
us 3 months time and then you
Yes.
will start seeing slow result.
Yes.
And your quality results will be seen after 6 months to 1 year. You will see that qualitative
Yes.
because the hair is growing only so much, isn't it? Every day. So
Yeah.
in that, it has to grow to that level to feel that bounce of that hair. So minimum 3 months is a must wait period, even if you are taking treatment. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
The discussion can go on because hair is such a soft corner topic for all the women. So we cannot stop it with discussion. There are so many questions many women will be having, but still we will come with Dr. Aditi, and she's going to answer many more questions in next series of ours. My next question to you is, what would be the take-home back message to the women now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Please tell us what would be the take-home back message.
So this is our topic of discussion is a post-COVID hair loss. So accordingly that my take-home message is, if you are shedding 100 to 200 hairs per day, you can say that it is a mild hair loss. So take proper diet, proper rest, proper exercise, and you will get your hair back. If it is a severe hair loss, then don't wait for too much time. Go to your own dermatologist, take a proper treatment, consult your dermatologist, stick to your treatment regime, and don't be in hurry for your treatment. Wait for at least 3 months to see the noticeable amount of result. And along with that, along with your treatment of your dermatologist, diet is very much important. Daily exercise is important. Daily sunlight is important. And along with that, proper rest is very much important to relieve your stress. So be stress-free. Whenever you are shedding hair, first of all, be stress-free. Don't be panic. And that will relieve your hair loss definitely. And your dermatologist is there to treat your problem very well. So don't worry.
And you'll never go bald.
Yeah, you never go bald. You never shed your all hairs at a time. So don't be panic.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful. It was a wonderful insight, Dr. Aditi. You have given us such wonderful, the women are going to be very thankful to you. Whoever is just facing this kind of hair loss will definitely reach you back and may contact you and ask your help. So it was a wonderful thing. Now, as we come to the end of the series, I want you to talk about whatever you feel about what Mission Beauty is and what Dr. Smita Sakhote means to you.
Yeah. So Mission Beauty, that is Sundar मी होणारच. I talk in Marathi. स्मिता चाकोते मॅम ह्या खूप सिनियर आहेत आणि त्यांनी खरंच म्हणजे हे जे मिशन सुरू केलेलं आहे आपल्या सगळ्या महिलांसाठी, सगळ्या लेडीजसाठी, हे खरंच खूप सायंटिफिक प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे हा. आपण जे युट्यूब किंवा ऑनलाईन जे काही बघत आहोत, बऱ्याचदा पेशंटचे मिसअंडरस्टँडिंग होतात, बऱ्याचदा चुकीच्या ट्रीटमेंट घेतल्या जातात. तर मॅमनी जे मिशन ब्युटी नावाचा जो प्लॅटफॉर्म आपल्याला उपलब्ध करून दिला आहे, तर हा खूपच सायंटिफिक प्लॅटफॉर्म आहे. यावरती तुम्हाला जी काही इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळते दॅट इज अ सायंटिफिकली बेस्ड. So it is a very nice program, ma'am. And Dr. Smita Sakhote, ma'am, means ma'am with a full of knowledge, full of beauty. So it's a very nice program, ma'am, and very nice initiative.
Thank you so much. It's not going to be me alone who's going to be in Mission Beauty, because one single person can never achieve the best of the result. The dream will not come true. So this is a vision which I see, that all the lady dermatologists, let's join our hands together and make a great movement of Mission Beauty so that each and every woman can look beautiful with simple, basic care which a dermatologist can advise, rather than doing something which is unscientific or wrong, which could spoil their beauty, which could spoil their hair, and that could be permanent. So I believe that not a single lady should ever be in the wrong hand, should get the best possible treatment, and I believe every woman is beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aditi.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me.
Yes, stay tuned on our YouTube and our Facebook group, and keep listening to the great interviews of the various dermatologists across India and also across the borders. So in this next 1 year, I would like to make 1 lakh women beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.